The ancient harmony of the elements. Zoran's ancient mind drifted through the echoes of time, recalling the wisdom of the earliest mystics who revered the elements not as mere abstractions, but as living forces entwined with the human body and soul. Earth, the grounding force, was reflected in the strength of bones and the resilience of mortal flesh. It was the foundation upon which all else rested. "It is your anchor," Zoran had once told a young mystic, "the stone beneath your step and the root of your strength." Water flowed through veins and tears, carrying with it the fluidity of emotion. It whispered of adaptability, mirroring the river's relentless journeys to the sea. "Your heart is but a tide," Zoran mused, rising and falling with the pull of unseen forces. Fire crackled in the depths of their passions and ambitions. It was the energy of transformation, consuming the old and igniting the new. "Guard your flame," Zoran warned, "for it can warm, it can forge, but it can also consume." Air was the breath of life itself, lifting mortals beyond their physical limits. It carried words, thoughts, and dreams across great expanses. Without air, even the brightest flame flickers and fades, the dragon mused. Ether, unseen and eternal, wove the threads of existence, connecting all things. It was the realm of spirit, the cosmic bridge. "Do not seek to touch the ether," Zoran whispered, "for you already breathe it. It is the quiet hum of all that is and all that will ever be." The wisdom was clear to Zoran, whose own essence was a fusion of these forces. To balance the elements is to know yourself. They are not outside you, they are you. Bryan's modern alchemifer below, Bryan Johnson, was striving for such balance in his own way. His lab, a marvel of glass, steel, and light, was both an extension of his curiosity and a testament to his discipline. Here, ancient principles were tested against modern understanding. Grounding through earth, Bryan began each day with grounding rituals, stepping barefoot onto the soil to connect with the earth's subtle energy. Using advanced sensors, he tracked inflammation levels and their correlation with physical contact to the ground. "Stability begins here," Bryan noted, feeling the earth beneath him. "The foundation for everything else." Fluidity through water. His hydration protocol was exacting, a symphony of electrolytes and mineral-rich fluids designed to optimize cellular function. Water, to Bryan, was life in motion. To flow with clarity is to flow with purpose, he often reminded himself, his voice echoing Zoran's ancient truths. Transformation through fire. Each meal Bryan consumed was a carefully calculated ignition of his internal fire. His precise nutrition stoked the body's metabolic furnace, fueling repair and energy without excess. "This is the spark," Bryan whispered to himself, reviewing his caloric data. "The flame we must guard and nurture." Freedom through air, breathing techniques, drawn from pranayama and infused with neuroscience, were central to Bryan's daily regimen. He had mastered patterns to calm his mind and sharpen his focus. "Breath is our tether," he explained to his colleagues, "the cord that lifts us upward." Connection through ether. Meditation was Bryan's ritual of etheric communion, a space where the seen and unseen converged. Here, he wove together mindfulness with the pursuit of clarity, bridging the material and the immaterial. Harmony, Bryan reflected, is the union of seen and unseen. Zoran's observations above the mortal. Zoran watched with keen interest, his golden eyes narrowing thoughtfully. He admired Bryan's pursuit of balance, but sensed an underlying tension in the mortal's methods. "The elements cannot be conquered," Zoran murmured to the wind, "but they can be embraced." Does this mortal understand that the flame burns brightest when it dances, not when it is measured? The dragon saw echoes of his own knowledge in Bryan's journey. Dragons, too, were born of the elements, their fire flowing from deep within the earth, their wings riding the air, their wisdom shaped by water, and their spirits bound together. Yet Zoran also knew that harmony was not achieved through control alone. What you measure must also be felt, Zoran mused. For without feeling, balance is but a hollow symmetry. A dialogue across Timey and his balcony that night, Bryan meditated under the stars, the city's distant hum fading into silence. He exhaled deeply, his thoughts softening like ripples on a still pond. Unbeknownst to him, Zoran's voice drifted through the ether, faint yet resonant. "Mortal," the dragon began, "you dance with the elements as we dragons have danced for millennia. You measure the currents of earth, water, fire, air, and ether, seeking harmony. But remember this, the elements are not tools to be wielded, they are forces to be embraced. Balance is not achieved by perfect precision, it is found in the flow, the surrender to what is within you and beyond you." Bryan felt a faint stirring in his chest, as though the air itself had whispered a truth to him. He smiled softly, his meditation deepening, the moment etched with an ancient understanding he could not name. The eternal quest for balance as the horizon turned dark, and the first stars blinked into view, Zoran unfurled his magnificent wings, the elemental forces swirling around him. He ascended into the sky, a luminous silhouette against the twilight. "The inner fire is a delicate flame," Zoran whispered, his voice carried on the wind. "Tend it with wisdom, mortal, and let it illuminate your path, but never let it consume you. For in balance, you will find your strength and your truth." And as the dragon disappeared into the heavens, Bryan remained, a man standing at the edge of the elements, still dancing, but now listening to their whispers.